Hey guys, Brett here, Motion Raceworks. Obviously, we're here at FL2K 2024, and we have the newly formed, I guess you would call it, a motion race team with a bunch of street cars, pro mod. We got a buddy here with a stick shift car. We got El Toro out here. Today is qualifying, and street cars already ran. Doug and Jim, they did awesome. We're sitting, I think, 1 and 2 in that class. I'm gonna come out next. So I'm in Extreme 28. They're in a street car shootout. El Toro is in a no-time shootout. Tanner Chevelle made it in testing yesterday. He's not here today, had a little engine problem. Doug's, we had the transmission out of it last night. As you guys have been following, we've been thrashing for the past, I don't know, a couple months between my car, Doug's car. Jim's been thrashing on his car. Tanner and Shannon's been thrashing on the Chevelle. The only car that was ready to go was El Toro. It just hangs out. Like, El Toro's always ready. It's just how it is. You guys are gonna follow us along through the days here, and we'll see how it goes.
Made my first pass. Did something a little different. We adjusted the dump a little bit, and it worked out really well. Went a 123 60 foot. Felt nice and soft. Car did what it needed to. So I think it drove a little bit to the right. Need to go figure out what that was about. Maybe it's just track, or maybe not. We'll figure it out. But yeah, went a 719 at 177. Threw the chutes a little early. Haven't had dual chutes before, and wow, did they stop. They literally hit hard. So I usually single shoot. I used to throw it kind of early at 1,000 foot. Take a little bit of time to deploy. These hit and deployed, and I had to take a second look at my life, but it was all good. And yeah, made a good solid rip. 719 first pass at I think 177. So I feeling pretty good.
All right, Q1 is over at FL2K. Currently sitting number 1 with the Nova. I can't tell you guys how hard we've worked on this thing trying to fix the transmission, but we've had it out about 6 times in the last week chasing phantom issues, pressure issues. And last night we finished rebuilding at 4 a.m. We're like, I think we finally got it. And we did. It's all fixed. That was the lowest boost setting we had. It went 711 at 204. So it's just going to go up from here. I'm really excited. And it's not for a lack of work, but yeah, on to round 2. Jim's qualified number 2, and we're going to head up with Brett's car soon.
Q1 in the books for Extreme 28. We just ran, I think it's around 1:30, 2 o'clock, like dead heat of the day. Classes have been running, you know, non-stop. So this is your first round tune-up checkup, right? We know we have a fairly new car to us in the combo. We tested yesterday in Orlando. We got 5 rips in. We put a tune-up in that we felt was going to go 115, 423, 630, and it did. Like, went 116, 421. I think I lifted about the 1,000 foot and went 630. So like, it did what we asked it to do. So if you can't ask for any more than that. I believe that we were the only car that made a full rip without spinning the tires. So like, no matter what it ran, that's actually the biggest takeaway for me, because this is round 1. Like, we have, the purpose of this car was to be better than the last car. And on the last car, we would have had to go 650 out here right now. I would have felt pretty confident.
you know, with the track temp and stuff like that. And today I felt confident going 6:30 and it did it. So like that's really huge, because when it comes to racing, you know, personal bests and really fast times don't matter as much as like you can do them at the time you need to do them. And in the heat of the day, as everyone knows, you know, that expression is around A to B tune up. Well, that's it, and it's 6:30. So awesome.
He's telling me live about the 183 cubic inches. That thing's full of 8-slapping piston wheels.
That's 202?
Yeah.
202?
07 at 202, Bubba.
Yo,
707, 202.
202?
Yeah.
Holy sh! Let's go!
Yeah.
Let's go! Awesome, thank you, buddy. And Q2, didn't know exactly what to put for a tune-up. Looked at the track, looked at Brett, talked over a couple things, hung the dumps open just a little bit, shortened them up a little bit, and then added some more power in the front half. And I mean, I went 707 at 202, which first time over 200. Done 200 flat, but so pretty sweet. Went a 122 60 foot and a 464, only 156 in the eighth. So it's definitely back half and pretty strong. So very happy with that. I don't know where that puts me. I got to see where everybody else lands, but pretty happy.
All right, guys, so round 2 of qualifying is over. Might be the final round we got. We did get dethroned from our #1 spot by Pro Mod Jim and one other guy. A little bit of an ugly run. We had a shock. We made a couple changes of suspension. It didn't respond how we thought it was going to respond, so might go back. And then got a little more aggressive at the same time, so it just kind of like accentuated all of it. And then if you watched our previous video, we were having some coolant pressure fluctuation going down the track. We thought maybe the heads needed to come off and get new gaskets, but turns out they weren't really necessarily needing to come off, so we kind of left them on. And what we learned is that pulling the radiator cap off and starting at 0 before a run is kind of what it needs to have happen. It's gaining so much, but gaining so much consistently, it's a really manageable number, especially since it's MLX head gaskets. But that run, we didn't realize it started with 14 PSI instead of 0, so it got to 25 pretty quick and hit the cutoff, and the rest is history. So nothing really good to report, but that's the explanation of what happened.
Okay, so we're here Saturday, FL2K. Today is now Eliminations Day. So the weather forecast for the week has been bad for the event every day, but we've been fortunate it hasn't rained the last 2 days, and we've been able to get 2 qualifying runs in. The whole class is streetcar shootout. Jim sitting #1 qualifier, Doug's #2 qualifier. Couldn't ask for any better than that. Extreme 28, I'm sitting #1 qualifier, which was great. We made a beautiful pass, like worst track conditions of the day as far as most racers. We talked about it a little bit ago. It was wonderful. We got into last night for Q2. We spun the tires. It was really late. I think it was midnight, 12:30. Track was pretty dewy. We were just trying to send it just to see like, you know, because we're still testing out the car on learning like what it likes as far as track conditions to 60-foot time. So we were trying to go like 107, 620 something, and it didn't take it. So now we know. So even if we spin, you know, you always learn something from the past. So we learned that under that track condition that night. So if tonight we get into the finals or something, we know we need to slow it down off of that because it's not going to take it. So even though we spun the tires, I'm not mad about it at all. I'm actually happy. We kept our position, number 1 qualifier. The induction Supra, Victor Supra, sitting number 2 at 640. So we'll fall on opposite sides of the ladder. 3-car shootout is going into eliminations right now. So we got here this morning expecting to run Q3. So everyone was pretty calm. We're getting the cars ready, and they just announced we're going straight into eliminations. So we got an audible, but we're ready for it. Both cars, Jim and Doug's car, are ready. Jobe's got them tuned up. We have some different selections depending on the track surface. So we're going up about 5 minutes for them. We'll run a little bit after that, just warm my car up, knocking all the dirt and mud off of it. It's really muddy and wet out here, so everyone is getting ready. So we'll go into eliminations and hope to make it to the finals and win with, you know, 2-3 cars. We'll hopefully sit 1 and 2, whichever way they fall, and then first place in Extreme 28, and that's always our goal, so that's what we're going to achieve for.
We were paired up with, I'm number 1 qualifier, so I was paired up with number 16. Really cool guy. It was a Whipple, S197, but like a GT500 deal. And he went 790s in qualifying, 177. I went on this pass, I went a 125, 471. I let off at 130 in the 8th, coasted to a 780, 789. So just a good pass. He ended up knocking the tires. So really happy with the hot weather tune-up we got in this thing, because it just went right down Broadway, and that's all you can hope for. Making it past first round takes a lot of stress off your shoulders. Nobody likes going out there. So yeah, car's running really good. Gonna cool it off a little bit and get everybody else ready.
Tough first round. Those are just attrition passes. Like whoever can get down the track is typically who wins in those. We put the softest tune-up we had in it, and went 730 at 200. So honestly, we might just keep doing it. It's hard to say, but very hot. This is supposed to be a lot lighter color, but other than that, not a whole lot to say. We're just going to keep playing the track as it is. Hopefully, we meet Jim in the finals.
Round 1 in the books. We won our round. That's great. We move on to round 2. So we went into this Extreme 28 class. We were number 1 qualifier. We had a bye because there was only there was an odd amount of cars, so we had the advantage because we were number 1 qualifier. And then Vic called me and was like, oh, hey, you don't have a buy. So we prepared for the buy to kind of make a test pass. And then kind of last minute, we're like, okay, we don't have a buy. We're racing the white RSX, the 3/4 chassis. It's a Honda motor, big tire, wheelie bar car. It's a new car. But the thing is with these cars is these cars are fast, right? Like we saw that it's been 670 before with the capability. Like, it has capabilities to run the low sixes. So we couldn't go up there and do an easy pass for us because we don't know. Like, this car might go 630. So, you know, it was deciding on tune-ups. We were between a 117 and a 119 60-foot tune-up. And Jeff says, well, I just make one that goes 118. And I was like, problem solved. And it went 118, let off like 1,000. I think he had some troubles early on. Coasted to a 640. We'll get her cooled down, get ready for round 2. And the way disqualifying got mixed up because cars didn't make good runs, the latter, like the faster cars are kind of all over the place. So our next, like every round we have is against a car that is capable or has been 630s or faster, which is all we've been in this car yet. So we'll have to go faster each round. Hopefully we'll make it to the finals at some point. Let's go. That was your 6. That was your 6.
I know. So idiot.
You're saving.
Yeah, that was a 62. I turned it to map 2 at the last minute. I said, man, that dude's I know he's been a 730 before. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna turn it up. And he did, but the air didn't do anything for him, so.
You guys left, I was like, oh, okay, we're okay. I did a little sideways head thing, that thing motored. 703.
Let's get this hood off, get her cooled down.
All right, we'll get that shot.
Give me all your pin.
Good idea, Jeff.
I agree. Always trust the guy with the bush light.
That's it, bush light.
Yeah, just motored around them. I was trying to play the tree a little safe, and I might have been a little too safe. Big end just charged past him, so next rounds are getting a little tougher. Next guy, he's been 718. He went 727, so we're gonna have to tighten up a little bit on the tree so we don't give it away there. But she's doing good.
All right, so all 3 Motions cars made it through round 2. We're all in the semifinals. We're up here right now for the streetcar shootout class. Jim Braun's racing our good friend Christian Morello, and Doug is racing an S550 Mustang. Both will be good heads-up races. Could go either way. And we believe, Jim's car and Doug's car are a little faster than the cars they're racing, so if drivers do a good job, we should move on. It should be a Doug and a Jim final. It would be an all-motion final and streetcar shootout. It'd be pretty awesome. We won our second round with my car, and then we're going on to the semifinals against Brian Cummins, a friend of ours with a Mustang. We do what we've been doing all week, make a good pass, then that should put us in the final against the Taco Truck and Victor Induction Performance 2JZ Supra. So it'd be I win, you know, Coyote versus 2JZ in the final, which would be an epic Extreme 28, import versus domestic, and we're both going to make a low 6-second pass, and it's going to be freaking exciting. I can't wait.
I told you we'd be here, bro. Hell, man. What'd you run that time?
7:00. I think I went 7:06 or something.
All right, semifinals are down, just like I said. Me and Jim in the finals. All motion to Raceworks, all TBM, all right finals. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Did my job on the tree back there, and the car performed. So now we really in these two cars have a very equal combo as far as just ET. So it's gonna be a fun race. It's probably gonna be won or lost on the tree. I'm gonna do my best to crush Jim and, you know, show him who the boss is.
It's working. It looks like it might be raining.
Okay, so we just got word from the track crew here that they called the event for the evening. So it's Saturday night or Sunday morning, it's 1 a.m. Most rounds made it to the finals. We only made it to the semifinals, and then it started to rain, and then there's a big storm. It's kind of coming in, so it's not going to get any better. We're already past curfew. Victor and all his crew, they've been faced with a lot of obstacles this weekend and a lot of tough calls to make. They canceled Sunday's, eliminations because it's 100% chance of rain. Moved it all to today, which was great. You know, we've got through most all of the classes. Jim and Doug are in the finals. Epic race. This battle isn't over yet. I think that we should do a track rental next week and go ahead and run that final because we can go ahead and finish that. And I think they should bet because they're going to split the money. I think they should bet the money and race each other. But we'll see how that goes. For us, great success. First race with the new car. We qualified number 1, have the fastest car on the property, and I feel that we had it pretty much locked in. We were making conservative passes that were faster than the rest of the field. Now the other cars could have went faster, but we could have went faster too. We would have loaded those tune-ups in. So we're excited to get this thing out, make some more rips. It's going really, really fast, really, really effortlessly. It's amazing. Matt Moore from Moore Race Chassis came out, who built the chassis on this car, and Mark, and helped all weekend. It was great having them here. And the whole Motion crew, all the employees from Florida were here. It was a great FL2K, awesome event. Look forward to seeing everyone at the next race. The next race for me will be World Cup Finals in Maryland. Doug and Jim also. We're gonna be in 3 different classes up there. So try to stop by, check us out, or watch the live streams.